In the last video, we got our photo in place and some of the content ready to go. I had a little issue with that font, with that Oswald font. It brought in the stencil version. So real quick to fix that, because we're going to want to have that. When I installed the font, it brought in the one font, but I needed to close that, come back in and install each version individually. So that's what happened there. I've already done that. I got little yellow check marks giving me errors because I've already done it once, but that's what happened here in case you got stuck at that point. So I'm just going to click on that, triple click, and then we're going to change this font from Oswald Stencil to, let's see what Oswald Heavy, Bold. Bold is probably a good one to use. And now what I'm going to do is hit Command, Shift, and the letter K, which is going to change this to the all caps version of that. I'll hit enter on my keyboard to commit that text here. And what I want to do is I need to figure out what my number one message is going to be. Do we want to do mountain bike top 10 pick or ride the Hiawatha, right? So what I'm thinking is that most people probably have never heard of this trail, at least not yet, but they have heard of USA Today. So for me, the biggest elements, if we're going to have some sort of structure, hierarchical structure, is we need to figure out what is the number one message. Everything can't be the same volume. Right now, if we spit this ad out like this, it looks terrible and it's really hard to digest. Obviously, I mean, for one, the text is right over their face, but the text is all the same size. So everything is the same volume and it's all loud. It's all bold, it's all caps. So we need to go through and refine this a little bit. So what I'm going to do is just put this on 2 lines and hit Command A to highlight all of it. And then I'm going to change my leading by holding down Command, Option, and the down arrow key to kind of jump it down. And if it goes more than you want, we can refine that further by going to our character panel. I'm just going to dock this layers panel back over here. And I don't see my character, so what I'm going to do is come over here to Window, come down here to Character. There it is. It was hiding right there. And so now I can come and refine this. So by hitting the up and down, Command Alt up and down, it was jumping. You can see over here between 11 and 40. Well, that's too much of a jump. I want a kind of a happy medium. So I'll just key it in right here. I'll triple click and let's try 20. That's not quite right. Although that is kind of cool. So I'll leave it like that. I'll hit Enter. Command T to make this even bigger. And maybe not as cool as I thought. Let's go ahead and give this more space. I'm just going to hit the up arrow keys and just kind of nudge it down until I'm happy with it. That looks pretty good right there. Let's see, mountain bike top 10 pick. I'm trying to decide if I want mountain bike to be huge or if I want USA Today to be huge. So I'm going to do top 10 pick up in one line here. Hit return. And scale this back down just a touch. All right, mountain bike top 10 pick. Now I'm just going to triple click this first line, hit Command Shift and the comma key to kind of step this up bigger or smaller. And again, I'm having the same issue where it's jumping more than I want it to. So I might triple click in here and just hit 40 for my point size. And remember, these guides, these are my safety. Technically, it'll print all the way out to here. Anything past that line gets cut off. But to keep it safe and make sure that nothing gets lost, I'm just going to keep within these guides here. And I might change this to center it. Drag this back over. So we're getting closer here. And seeing how this is starting to play out, I think I changed my mind again. And so I'm just going to put this back on this line, hit space, and then hit my forward delete key to bring that back in place. And now what I can do is change the weight of this font. Right now it's set to bold. Let's try light and see what happens there. I like that better. So I'm going to click on this and make it bigger, Command Shift and the period key to step that up a little bit. Now to get it exactly the width I want, I'll hit Command T and just scale it up just a touch so it's exactly that size. And then I'll triple click here and I'm going to change the tracking or the kerning, whatever you want to call it. Command Alt right arrow to kind of step it out a little bit. And it did pretty good. I got it almost exactly where I want it. And you can see right now that tracking is set to 240. If I wanted to, I could refine that a little bit further, but I'll call it good for now and I'll hit enter. So I'm pretty happy with that title at the moment. You know, the other thing I might change, if I go back to their website here, they're not really using the italic version. They're using the non-italic, the regular version. So I'll jump back over into Photoshop. I'm going to go ahead and triple click this top text, click on my drop down for my font, and I'm just going to hover to kind of see which one I want here because it looks like the names aren't very helpful. For example, I'm seeing Oswald Demi Bold here, but that's an italic or oblique font, and the one right below it is regular. So obviously the naming didn't help me out too much here the way this font came in. So I'm going to just kind of hover till I get the one I want. I like that super bold, so Oswald Heavy. I'll click on that. And I'll triple click on this line below it. And I like the italic or the oblique version better, but again, we're trying to match the branding and kind of keep it all consistent here. So I'm just going to scroll. There we go. That one looks pretty good. So this is Oswald Extra Light. I'll click once on there. All right, we're getting there. Triple click here, Command, Shift, and left comma key. That's too small. Right comma is too big. So we're between 50 and 57 points. So I'm just going to triple click in here. Let's go 55. How about 56? 57. I'll do 56. All right, that looks good to me. And this bottom one, triple click to grab that. Let's put it at 43 where I thought I saw it. Let's go down a little bit to 40. All right, and as you can see, you can just nudge and chip away at this stuff way more than you need to. So I'm just going to get it close, call it good. I don't want to bore you too much. All right, so we got our title in. That took a little bit of time here, but I'm happy with it. And let's see what else we can do here. All right, so let's work on the bullet list. Actually, let's work on this and the bullet list here. So I've got my list. I'm going to triple click on that. Actually, that didn't work, so I'm just going to click once in here and Command A to get everything. And let's change our leading up here to auto, which will put it to the font's default height. We'll start there. And then we need to find a secondary font. So maybe we'll use this Oswald that we used up here. Let's just look at this one more time. This is Extra Light. So I'm going to click back in here, Command A to highlight all of that. And let's find this Extra Light. Now, the problem, or something we need to be careful of, let's see, maybe we'll use medium instead, is that where you're printing white on top of a color, so the ink around it is going, as we print this, the ink is going to want to try and bleed in towards these areas. So sometimes if you're going to do a reverse out like this, you want to have a little bit of a heavier font, especially if this is going to get much smaller, which we are going to make it smaller. Right now it's at 13 point. Let's go ahead and put it up to 14. We'll call it good. I know that's going to be a really good size for us. And then highlight this, and I'm going to change from auto to, I'm just going to hit Command Option and the down arrow to see where it jumps to. That's way too much, so let's put it back to like 25, and we'll start there. So I just wanted to space it out just a little bit just to give it some breathing room here. And now in the next section, what we're going to do is use a font called Font Awesome. So I'm just going to bring that in the next video so we can create some icons for this bullet list.